Hello and welcome to our first lesson of HTML basics. We are super excited to have you here, and we are going to learn how to create and edit websites from scratch, as well as some awesome interactive whiteboards to get you started on your coding and computing journey. So if you are a teacher or a student, this introduction video is everything you need to know. First thing when you click on your website is you'll notice on the left hand side you've got us speaking to the computer in a language the computer understands. So this is all the code on the left, and on the right hand side is what the computer is going to read that as. You can see here that we are on tab number 1. You've got your first HTML tag. So the first thing we need to know is that we've got tabs, and then we've also got tag, the two T's. So what is HTML? That's our first question. What is HTML? Well, HTML is the coding language that we use to make websites. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. No need to remember that too much. It is the language we use to make websites. So we've got two things we've learned so far. One, HTML, the language we use to make websites. And two, if anyone asks you what is actually coding, you can say the coding is us speaking to the computer in a language the computer understands. Alright, so let's start with task number 1 in grey. Remove the question mark and replace it with the word green. So we're always referring to the line below. Here we're going to delete that and write green. And there comes up our header, the earth, our home. Let's go to task number 2. Remove the question mark and replace it with light blue. So there's the question mark, delete it, light blue. And there it is. A couple of things you need to notice: it's not 2 words, otherwise it doesn't work. And also the word color. What do you notice about the word color? It's an American spelling. That is because this coding language was written in America. Okay, you can pause the video here and go ahead and try the lesson, or you can watch the full lesson to the end. I'm going to move on to tab number 2. Here we got the earth, our home, facts about. Let's go to the task, replace the question mark with the earth. So we're going to say facts about. And now the computer is listening to what I say, and there it's coming up on the right hand side. Tags. Tags are these things over here. Okay, we've got the actual text in there, hello world, that's what comes up. And here we've got the tags. Now how do we get that button there? But if you have a look on your keyboard, you need to press either shift or command, depending on the type of computer you're using. You press shift and you will get the open crocodile mouth, and you press shift and you get the closed crocodile mouth. So we're going to ask you to do that in the next tab. We're going to ask you to create a tag. What we want you to do here is to drag the correct tag. So we have an opening tag, that is this one, an opening tag, which is what we start with. We then write our text out, and then we have a closing tag. So just drag that there and you can move on. Tab number 3, you can see what we wrote on that whiteboard is now over here, which is great. We've got facts about the earth from our last page, which has been pulled through, and now we need to actually write, we've got little facts about the earth over here. On the left hand side, you can see that here is all the information, and on the right hand side it looks very squashed. So we're going to try and put in some paragraph tags. Add a P and a /P to each of the lines below. So I'm going to put one in the front, and then I'm going to put one in the back. So I press shift, open crocodile mouth, P, close crocodile mouth. And then I'm going to go to the back, and I'm going to press shift, /P, shift, close crocodile mouth. What did you notice? Well, you should have noticed that the earth has now gone into its own line. So basically putting a paragraph tag in is like pressing enter. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Perfect. So now every single one of the facts is on a new line, and we can actually read it properly. So our website on the right hand side is building up nicely, and on the left hand side we have learnt about opening tag and a closing tag. Let's move on. Fantastic. Now all my tags are here in tab number 4, which is great, and they've gone into a new line, but I actually need to replace these facts so that they read correctly. So the earth is ? Planet from the sun in our solar system. What we've given you here is a word wall, so you've got words to choose from. And the Earth is the Indian planet, the Atlantic planet, the water planet, the Pacific planet. No, the Earth is the third planet. So I'm going to go in there, and then when you read the first line, it says the Earth is the third planet from the Sun in our solar system. I'm going to go complete the rest of the question marks in each line. Brilliant, and now my website's looking really good. We've got the Earth, our home. We've learned about opening and closing tags. It says, hello world. We've got facts about the Earth, and all my facts are now complete. Tab number 5. On the whiteboard called Earth, drag the continents into the right place. So I go to the whiteboard called Earth. This is really exciting, and here are these different tools that I have. So you can take the select tool and you could drag your continents across to the correct place. So now this is not in the correct place because this is Asia. So I need to put that over there. Now what you can do is you can go and Google a map of the Earth and you can see if you're doing this correctly. Yeah, I would suggest you go and Google it to see that they're in the correct place. I don't want to give you all the answers. But then you can also take the color tool and the different lines and you can draw on here. Maybe you want to get creative and draw a couple of fish in the sea. Or we've got little shapes that you can draw with and fill in. Or you can use the text tool to then label. I think this is a great exercise. Just take the text tool and you can label your different continents. Right, that ends our first lesson on HTML basics. Join us for the next lesson.